Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode, the final episode of The Outer Worlds. Today we're going to do the Brave New World quest where we confront Sophia this time around instead of confronting the other guy. I'm not going to lie to you, Phineas, but we're not going to confront Phineas, we're going to confront Sophia Conde. And it's just crazy that we're here, so I just wanted to give you a little rundown about how this is going to go. This isn't going to be a very long mission. You guys have already seen the ending of fighting, everything like that, and we got to fight that one big giant mech or whatever. We're just going to go through, we're going to look at Sophia's dialogue and everything like that. The ending, of course, and seeing how it is, and then that'll pretty much be it. You know, and then the ending and stuff like that. First of all, what I want to do is I want to make a save right before this. And then let's go to Tartarus. And then, as you guys remember, you will finish the story and everything like that. Yeah. So again, reminder that this is the point of no return, all that good stuff. So let's go, we've already made the save, let's do it. Would you like to save? Sure. Yep.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to the interior, can be... I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh,
that's a lot of hours.
The devil. Captain, I am receiving a...
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation.
Yep. So I believe what ends up happening is that we have already listened to all this already. So, you know.
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking... To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except...
Alright, of course, we're going to use Persuade. Persuade being the strongest skill in this game, as far as I'm concerned.
Alright, I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the idea of a productive, law-abiding employee, so you can see what one looks like before you die. Tartarus Docking Authority, signing off.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external.
Alright.
How can I...
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do this. Let's do all this real quick and go from there. Of course, it's the same as always. What I'm going to do is we will go down there, we will fight. If Sophia has anything to say, I'll keep it in the video. If not, I will see you there in a little bit. It's funny, I just wanted to stop and do this. I do remember these this mission and everything like that, so it's interesting that I still remember it, but I remember us having to do this, and I just want to remind you guys that each and every time that we do this, or we get caught, we have to persuade people. There are vending machines over here, and I would recommend stocking up on ammo. We did do this in that one mission. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't remember how far away it is. I'm sorry, I'm still not feeling my best. I don't remember, like, when we beat the game. I feel it was definitely before we did all the companion quests. Because it's been a while. So, yeah. Yup. Alright. So, I'm gonna see, we're gonna come right in here. And I think this is where we figure out that we gotta fight the big guy. No. Again, guys, we're just going to roll around. We got to go up and everything like that. I will see you guys there in a minute. Anything interesting, I'll show you. See you guys in a second.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, and the wayward doctor. Are you about done with your escapades? We have faces that need lifting, after all.
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them. Wouldn't mind taking a swing at yours.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
I'm going to keep this in, or at least start it here, because I don't remember this interaction. Wasn't he dead the last time, or missing, or something like that? I don't know, but Chairman Rockwell, I presume?
My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
We're helping, which is more than you can say.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
You know, it's amazing because if I remember correctly, he has a plan to cut back, like that whole, like, I forget what it's called, but they're gonna put everyone away except the elites or something like that. And, now I think we're trying to do the best we can with this. You know, if you have to cooperate.
Oh, right. This coming from the psychopathic outlaw. Yes, I'll try to be more open-minded about your path of wanton dissent. We don't need your help.
Again, persuasion, the best, dude. The best. You can't tell me. I'm about to go on a tirade, a rant, a tirade, whatever. You can't tell me that persuasion isn't the best thing in these games. Obsidian really has a way. Like, think of what you want about them now, but they have a way of making persuasion like the best. Okay, this is great. Like 90. You would only be able to get this far if you invested in persuasion the entire game.
I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Okay, so it looks like we don't have to attack anybody and Chairman Rockwell stays alive. That is interesting. That is great. Is there anything, though, on his terminal? I don't know what that's about. Anyway, we're gonna go right through here. And go up. I will, I'll see you guys in a minute when we eventually get there. Looks like people are taking each other out. I think it's because the iconoclasts are here. Remember, they helped us out. But anyway, I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, yeah, there they go. And here we are right here. I believe we talked to Sophia right here. Let's do it.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. I'm afraid I can't do that. You're a gifted warrior, Captain. You've made your talent for combat abundantly clear. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony. Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
Oh, wow. We don't have it. I bet you that option... Intimidate, heavy weapons, two-handed melee... Huh. Wow. Huh. I guess, like, if you could talk her down right here, which is funny because in New Vegas, which Obsidian did as well, if you have a high enough persuasion skill, you could talk down the final boss as well. Well, I destroyed your experience in the Ministry.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more. That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word. Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells. You were too dangerous to leave unsupervised. I had to make use of you. When I sent you to deal with Phineas, I thought I'd won you over. You chose to ally yourself with an irrational madman. I gave you a chance to serve the law, and you sided with anarchy. Why? I understand. You have an entire population of colonists depending on you. So do I. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
Oh, man. Okay, well...
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it and don't worry.
So, as you can see, guys, we have to fight Ram again. Because, I just realized it's Pam, Sam, Ram. Huh, okay. Alright, that's awesome. I am not going to make you guys watch this again. I am simply going to cut this out because we have already defeated this guy before. So, I don't know what we can hack in there. But, yeah. I'll see you guys in a minute. And down he goes. Fell right by the door. Looks like we're going to go up here now. Right. Heal up a little bit. And we're going to take out our good friend Agony here.
Why won't you just...
Oh, wow. One shot? The board are now agitated. Ha! Wow, I took her head clean off.
Get me out of here!
Alright, well, let's do it.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
You mean... we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists: engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Junlei Tennyson fought to protect the Groundbreakers' independence. While the board's influence faded, mechanical difficulties forced her to rely on parts that only corporations could provide. The cost was high, and time would tell if Junlei could balance the work with her aspirations for a better future. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. The Gorgon project created divisions among Wells' newly awakened scientists. Many wanted to let the facility and its failures rot, but others saw an opportunity to improve the work of the original scientists, and perhaps the lives of Halcyon's masses. With no one to champion the project, however, the promise of Adrena time faded, and the Gorgon facilities fell into disuse once more. Lucian Bancroft had high hopes for Project Gorgon. However, the board's fall stripped him of the power and authority he'd wielded for so long. Like many of his peers, he was forced to take up a job based on his meager qualifications. He was relegated to dirt farming in the marauder-infested outskirts of Terra 2. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery. abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered slugs transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, She was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, that was truly beautiful. I, without a shadow of a doubt, have to agree that that was most likely the good ending. It sounds like everyone survived. Our what's it called? Our companions were able to do what they needed to do. It seems like Havarti did well. Ellie did well. Felix, I'm on the fence about. I don't know if like he's okay. And the SAM unit never seemed to really like look like he was, you know, gonna go do something great. But I tell you what, I really do feel like I misjudged this game, I judged this game too harshly. I do find that it was witty. I do find that it was really interesting. So, you know, it is decided that I think that the Outer Worlds 2 is definitely going to be on our radar. I do have a plan, though, coming up, so I don't think the Outer Worlds 2 is, like, right away kind of thing. You know, so... But, I mean, I just... That was pretty great. I mean, I don't... you know, it was something else. I was really happy with it. I just don't know about the Groundbreaker. I don't know if I had to do more side quests or whatever, because the Groundbreaker was the one that sounded like it had the most difficulty. Like, that still seemed like a bad ending for the Groundbreaker. But yeah. And I mean, like, even if we, like, continue, I just wanna see something real quick. I think it's gonna take us. It took us right here. Sorry about that, guys. I had a coughing fit. But like, what amazes me is that, like, even with the Outer Worlds, is that we beat this game within 20 hours, including the 2 DLCs. Like, this is a perfect kind of like you could really beat this game in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you devoted like 3 hours a day to this game every single week, you would really beat this game, and it's just really amazing. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, and this is it, guys. Thank you for being on my journey and everything like that of completing the Outer Worlds. This has been 6 months, 7 months in the making, because as you guys know, I was doing this Let's Play, and then Oblivion came in with Shadow dropped, and obviously I dropped this and Avowed in order to play that. I'm glad I was able to finish it. I only did like several more videos of it, and it was good. I'm glad that we were able to get the final good ending, and that was it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the Let's Play, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any other plans that you want me to play a certain game or whatever. I do have, you know, without spoiling anything, I do have another Obsidian game coming up. I do think for now we are going to go back to Avowed. We're going to try to complete that. I don't think I'm going to invest too much in Avowed, though. I think we're just going to complete the main story, yeah, and that'll be that. So, alright, well, listen, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next Let's Play. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Thank you very much for watching.